And last time I ordered, I was given something that wasn't even what I ordered, but I was like obviously like polite about it. I didn't say anything. One student also got charged twice, and they also did not say anything. But anyways, the lack of food in the commons is alarming. It's kind of weird that I say that now because today it was actually like okay, but yeah, I guess bad timing, but it's as if they didn't restock everything that they traditionally would have as of last semester. There wasn't any ice cream. The dining options seem slim. They're running out of basic things like certain types of dressing, toppings for burgers and salads, limited options at the live station, which is unusual. And also one of the soda machines has been out of order since last semester. And overall, there's not many options, it seems from 8:30 PM to 12 AM. For many students, it's as if commons shouldn't be open past 9 PM. And we're aware of the late night window of time, but it's not working for our community here and the CLA athletes who have extended practices, athletes who do hours of rehab practice, students who have later classes and have no other choice but to eat limited options at the commons due to the EC being closed. And we have students who work off of campus as well, so it's better for them to eat off of campus at times than on past certain hour due to the lacking variety after night shifts. And then traditional dinner time doesn't work for everyone. Maybe we can extend it for another hour. Overall, it's just upsetting to see that the community can remodel a section of the dining hall and add a teaching kitchen, which is great for the future of Drew's relationship with Gourmet, but it seems students question where their money is going and whether their money is going in the proper place. Is the aesthetics of the dining hall or the overall quality of food served campus-wide more important? And then, I also noticed that there was like a lack of halal dinner options on some days. Saturday, January 25th, the provided food was breakfast for most of the day, and then they brought out like only pork chops, which was odd. And then, at one point they brought fish sticks, but they barely lasted, so there was like lack of quantity. And then not to mention, this is like me now, so it's not that big of a like a problem at this part. But it was annoying to see that like they had the like this Oreo cake thing and everyone was going for it like it was the Hunger Games and it barely lasted. So that was kind of like bonkers to me. And then many students didn't have the chance to get the slice, like I said, and then it got replaced by cake that like no one even touches. So I'm like, why are we wasting food that like we feel like no one even goes for it? Yeah. Thanks. Oh, my bad.
Thank you for your very descriptive. And also ice cream.
It's back.
Oh, okay. Anybody else want to say anything on this issue? Okay, Senator Spivak.
So this is like two different things. The images for the second thing, I'll talk about the top one first. My roommate has like a really heavy gluten allergy. Like if he eats any gluten, he like has a huge reaction. He can't leave his bed for a day. He went to the life station yesterday, or no, it was Monday, and they gave him pasta, and then they said it was gluten free. He ate it. By the time he was finished, he noticed they mixed up like two different kinds of pasta in it. And then he was just stuck in bed all day yesterday, had a big allergic reaction. So I think that's just like a huge issue that this station's supposed to be the one place for some students who have severe allergies to go, but then at the same time, he just gets this huge allergic reaction, doesn't know what to trust now at Commons, so yeah. And then the second thing, a few of my friends complained the commuter dining plan hasn't been working for them at EC. Like one of my friends said, this is what popped up once he tried selecting a payment method and he had to pay money out of pocket. I had another friend who also had to pay like $15 out of pocket because his commuter plan wasn't working, and I just feel like it's an issue because everyone's supposed to have a plan that works, but then you have this and it just doesn't work.
And this was specifically at the EC.
Yeah, yesterday. Like one tried at around 12, the other tried at 7, 8 o'clock, so. Or 6, 7, not 7, 8.
submission.
Can you just have that person specifically reach out to Steph Mazzarella, just so we can check to see what's up with them?
Okay,
If there's a tech issue that's going on.
okay, I'll message him.
Thank you.
Any other concerns?
She's gonna point out.
Oh, yes, Senator Z.
Yeah, I listened to Senator Al-Mashni's and Senator Spivak's concerns. I'm so sorry that that's happening, and I do understand that we're only a week into the semester, and dining is one of the most, I'd say, important committees that have the most issues. I've been trying to get in contact with Gourmet, and I'm trying to find a time that works for both Gourmet and I to see them. I will be seeing them on Wednesday of next week. Since the semester just started, I'm trying to get accustomed to classes. They're trying to get accustomed to just making dining better in a sense. So I'm going to get in touch with them. I'm going to send your guys' concerns at the end of this meeting. And if anything, just please reach out and I'll be happy to help.
Anyone else have anything to add? Well, we move on to action items, so confirmation of vacant Senate seats. So the first one we'll discuss is sophomore senator. So our first nominee this year first is Zach Chabria.
Yeah.
Cool. Would you like to? Yeah, for the nominees, could you please walk to the table and get your name tags? And then you can vote as well. You guys can sit over there. We'll discuss this right now, sophomore senators, and then you guys can come up back up. Is that fair?
Can you repeat that?
Only sophomore senators, right? So you can sit down. So we start off with, you can introduce yourself and then say why you want to be the position you're going for. So, we'll begin with you.
All right, so hi, my name is Zach Chabria. I'm a sophomore here. And coming into college, I didn't really have no plan to try to participate in student government. It was never like, I never did it in high school. I never did it. Not because I was always interested, but never saw the importance. But then through last year, through helping out with Bob, with Jack, and seeing that and seeing kind of the difference it makes to people and seeing how like there's a lot of work to do that I saw. I kind of felt like I wanted to be a part of it and thought that I could bring some new ideas and just improve it in just ways that I thought were unique coming from a different aspect. So coming from one side, from an athletic side, I was talking to Jack and there's not many voices from athletes coming in, and there's a lot of complaints coming in about common topics like stuff like you guys were talking about earlier about food, stuff like that. And there's concerns that a lot of athletes don't want to bring up because they feel as though they're not like, they won't get changed. When in reality, all it takes is one person speaking up for it to start, and that's how you get change to happen. And then coming in from a different aspect, I just think there's just more that can be done, I guess. And like, so from a sophomore standpoint, there's a lot of freshmen who feel it's too early to complain, it's too early to share their ideas. Same with sophomores, you're still an underclassman, you're still some of the younger people at the school, so you feel as though your voice maybe isn't as important as a junior and senior, when in reality, that's not true. In reality, you've come here for supposed to be the 4 best years of your life. And if you're unhappy, there's people that will just suck it up for the first 2 years or first year and a half, when in reality, if they can get out there and if they can use their voice to express their complaints, I think it can improve their almost like quality of college or quality of their life significantly, as opposed to just sophomores and younger, even freshmen, just sitting back and kind of just rolling with the punches and like adjusting to college life and just getting out there and being more spoken about concerns.
Thank you. I'm happy to say that many members of the cabinet and the Senate are underclassmen, but I do understand where you're coming from. So I'll open it up for questions from the Senate. Senator having,
So based on the concerns that you addressed by, other people, what do you think you can bring forth to the cabinet? Or what can make it individual to you? Like, how do you plan on doing your own take on what you want, to make happen on campus?
So from like an idea standpoint, almost, I think as though a lot of my closest friends here are athletes, and a lot of them through every type of sport. One of my best friends here is a kid I grew up with who plays golf. We room across the hall from lacrosse players, the rugby players, everybody. So I think I can, and I'm friendly with everybody. Like, I love to talk to people. That's how like I was raised. And I think as though just through daily conversation with these people, I could bring ideas that they have to the meetings and to people who have more power than I do, who can use their standing and their voice to push their ideas. And also, like, these people, a lot of my classes that I take on a daily basis, there's non-athletes, and they're like, just talking to them, it's the same ideas, just kind of constructed in a different way. And I feel like I could do a pretty good job of merging the two of a student who doesn't participate in athletics here, and then a student who does participate in athletics. I feel like I could do a pretty good job of meshing the two worlds together and trying to propose ideas that benefit not one group or the other, but kind of everybody as a whole.
Okay, wonderful, thank you.
does anyone else have any questions? Cool. Thank you for your answers.
So I'm Maria. I was blanked out. I was a senator at large. I was a commuter senator, beginning of sophomore year. And I feel like I resemble a lot of like leadership qualities, and I feel like I bring a lot of different ideas to Drew. Like, for example, during my freshman year as senator at large, what I did was basically my senator project was basically implementing the transfer position, which I think might be implemented this semester. I'm not sure. I have to ask President Wright about it. But it might be implemented, it might not be implemented. That was just my project. And another thing that I worked on, which hopefully if I get the position, maybe I can continue to work on the finals fest. It was just like a mental health it was just like an event that I wanted to host during finals week. And I do want to finish them from when I started, but I want to finish something. So when I start something, I like to finish it. I don't like to like leave it there. So yeah. And today actually it was just like spontaneous. Yeah, spontaneous. Yes. Actually, I don't know. Spontaneous. Yeah, that word. So basically, me and then some of my friends, we went to FDU to what do you call it? To like speak at like we're FDU St. Elizabeth, and Drew met and then we were deciding like how do we make rivalry between the different like colleges come alive, because like on their campuses at FDU club life is like totally dead, that's what they said, and like here club life is I guess lively, but from my perspective and from whoever was with me said like we brought ideas to the table and everyone liked our ideas. So I feel like I'm like proactive as a leader and in the community, and I'm also a commuter too. So I know like the ins and outs of commuting to Drew and all of that, so I can help with like commuter projects or anything Senator Faragala works on or anything like that. And I just am really involved on Drew's campus because I'm also co-chair of sustainability committee. And I know the ins and outs of being a part of student government since I've been in the role before.
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions? Yep.
I really like that you're trying to put FDUs in the picture. I think that's new, and none of the other senators mentioned it. I did have a question. You're running for both community senator and sophomore senator. Which one do you feel like more inclined to? Which one do you think you represent more? If you were gonna like, pick between both, which one would you do?
I mean,
You can save your answer for the next one.
okay.
Yeah, you don't, it's not I just wanted to know.
Cool. Does anyone have any questions related to sector positions?
I know you're pretty involved on campus with a lot of different clubs, organizations, classwork as well. Would you say you'd be able to dedicate like enough time for your roles, whichever one, commuter senator, senator position, would you be able to do that?
Yeah, I definitely will be able to do that because during freshman year, I was also involved in a different club called SASA, the South Asian Student Association Club. And like I handled that with I handled the SASA and being a part of student government and on top of my academics and other like extracurriculars that I had too.
In the interest of time, nominees keep your pitches to a minute preferably, and the Senate won't ask questions that are too long. But thank you. Eric Rothman.
I think it'd be naive of me to come up here and say I have ideas that you yourself haven't already come up with. But I do want to piggyback off the idea of the collabing more with FDU. I think something a lot of clubs on campus do is getting their voices heard. Student government does the best at that. And I don't think I can contribute much to that. But what I do think I could contribute to is allowing other people, including professors and alumni, to see what all of you do at student government. I think student government kind of lacks that relationship with alumni and professors. And outside of this room and outside of the student body, people don't see the work you guys put in, getting your voices heard and getting your issues addressed. And I think collabing with schools like FDU, who might have a lackluster club life, can not only learn from us, but similar to events like the Drew FDU with the fund, I feel like implementing a similar idea like that with this club would be extremely beneficial, not only for the membership here, but also just once again reigniting that rivalry between FDU and Drew, and then just inspiring everybody to be a part of a club and initiate things and contribute to their college community.
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions?
That was really great, yeah. I do have a question. You said that you had a similar experience, right, with the Connecting Drew and FDU through the fund. Can you talk us more about that? And can you tell us more about your work with alumni and how you're gonna connect it with student?
Yes, so I guess on the topic of the FDU event, I've attended FDU and went to some of their meetings, and I've seen how they organize their club life. And I definitely agree with you on the sense that it is a little lackluster and it's mostly being carried by professors, while Drew seems to have the converse problem where the students are putting in all the effort and the engagement from professors and alumni is kind of lackluster. So I think we could definitely learn and also help FDU learn. And then on the sense of incorporating alumni into the club, I think attending the networking events, I see a lot of the finance students, but I don't see a lot of the members here attending the networking events. And definitely just putting the voice out there and showing people all the work that you guys do.
Any other questions? Well, thank you, senators, for asking questions. So we will move on to vote. It'll be by secret ballot, that's what it's called.
I'm sorry if I missed anything y'all said. If I did, you can read through it, tell me after the meeting so I can fix it, or right now, if you don't want it to affect your ballot choices, chances.
On a side note, if you guys are interested in working on or planning the FDU rivalry thingy, please reach out to me or Senator Gargala or Aria because we're part of that. And the CCE wants to get involved in starting that as soon as possible, so, yeah.
Query, easy works. It just needs to be, majority, right?
Is there another way, like, guys put a link into their chat?
Yeah.
I mean, me and Senator Mashni are having a problem trying to.
Oh, sorry about that.
Want it? Alright, yeah.
It's in the Gmail group chat.
Thank you.
Barbara, can you hear me? Senator Azim?
Yeah, I can. Sorry about that.
Have you voted?
Yep, I did.
Okay.
Is everyone voting? I think mine didn't go to whatever. We have 5.
Okay, ballot's done. Eric Rothman, you are now senator. Congratulations. Okay, so raise your right hand. And repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Eric Rothman,
Swear to uphold and defend
swear to uphold and defend
the Constitution and the bylaws
the Constitution and the bylaws
of the student government of Drew University.
of the student government at Drew University.
I promise to carry out the office of
I promise to carry out the office of senator
and to represent my constituency to the best of my ability.
to represent my constituency to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you, everyone. We move on to community senator. There are two nominees, so. Adam, would you like to do it? Oh, and you can bring up your name tag, so for the people who are not currently nominees. So only people who are going for community senator.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Adam Panay, and I will be running for commuter senator. So I believe that every voice matters here at Drew, regardless if they're on campus or if they're driving. I'm a commuter myself. I know the challenges of being a commuter, getting here on time, having affordable driving if you take a train, for example, making sure you get to class on time. Making sure you have time to actually go to university's events, because a lot of us don't. Make sure you have enough time to study. A lot of us don't have time to study, unfortunately. And hopefully, with my help, we'll be able to tackle that. And probably one of the most important ones for me, well, parking spaces. Look outside, ladies and gentlemen. Do you see a parking space? No, you don't. Because the majority of them are taken. All right. So, what do? Threefold. Number one. Make sure we have better parking for Drew University. But that's because the majority of the parking I've taken here at Drew is mostly by professors, mostly by other faculty, and mostly by people who don't actually need a parking space, but they take it anyway. All right, making it unfair for a lot of commuters who are trying to get here but don't have the ability to. All right, that's problem number one. Problem number two, availability. Either be by car, either be by train, whatever it may be. Any vehicle transportation poses its own challenges. For example, taking the train. I took the train every single Tuesday and Thursday to the UN in New York. The prices were horrible, genuinely horrible, to the point where I thought by the end of the semester, looked at my card, I was spending almost $2,000 by the end of the semester. That's insane. And for people who don't have the luxury of having to choose between driving, taking a train, or whatever it may be, this can't be, come on. We can't let students do this themselves, all right? So what I volunteer that people do is that we work with train stations. We work with near businesses to help students actually get here on time. Because why do most students miss their classes? Well, a lot of them are commuters, and they don't get here on time, all right? And for a lot of professors, oh, well, so sad, too bad, all right? That's not giving an excuse. And for some people, for some professors, attendance matters. And for a commuter, the best excuse they can give was, I'm sorry, my car broke down. I'm sorry, my train didn't come on time. At times, that can be an excuse for a lot of professors, but that's a reality that we have to work with. So by working, either be with train stations or even working one-on-one to make sure that you have a car on hand, making sure you have a good commute, making sure that whatever happens, you come to us. For example, if your car breaks down, all right, or if your train gets overhauled and all of a sudden you're stuck, all right, or you don't know what to do, you have an exam in about 2 hours. Okay, that's gonna be an issue for me. I'll talk to your professor. I'll talk to whatever train station it is and make sure that this does not happen, hopefully, all right? And finally, events at Drew. We care about events here at Drew, especially in student government. There are so many events, except the problem is a lot of commuters don't go to these events because they don't have the time. Home is either too far away or they feel overwhelmed by the homework, so they have to then drive home and then have to sit down and then after you wind up doing homework, they don't have time for events here at Drew. I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna make sure that people here actually do have the opportunity to come to events. I'll work with them. I'll see if they're willing, all right? If people are willing, to actually, to actually see what their day, to see what their typical, see what their typical events are, and how can we help them come here to Jerusalem, come see some of the events, because these events matter. Finally, most important things, grades, homework. I cannot tell you how many times I've got home, either from New York, from the UN, or wherever it may be, and I have boats loads of homework.
Sorry to cut you off, but we'll have to end it there.
Sure, can I take one?
Yes.
Thank you. So hopefully, all of these problems will hopefully be resolved by me. I have a long history of actually working with people. I am the advisor to Student Health and Accessibility Committee, and I also worked abroad as well. I've worked at Embassy in Morocco, worked at the Council of Foreign Affairs, and hopefully I'll be working at Embassy in London soon. Thank you very much, and I hope to work with you.
Arya, it was yours.
So I'm Aria again, and I'm, like I mentioned before, I said I'm a commuter, and so my idea for my senator project would be like, how do we get more commuters to come to our campus events? Like, I feel like that was the biggest struggle, even as SASA president. I feel like that's still a struggle for commuters to come to these events. So my idea was to have them midday, but then also have them to have, because I know some people have classes, some people might not have classes. So I was trying to, I was gonna work with the Senate and be like, this is a time that I wanna like work with everyone's schedule and see like which time works and see what are the hot spots of the times. Like I know noon at EC is a hot spot, so that's just one idea I had for commuters. And another idea I had was basically just like, I love interacting with different people, so I love making connections, and I love just helping people just in general, so that's why I really want to be a commuter senator.
Thank you.
During your first and second speech, you really emphasized like, I guess, getting people to be active in this club. So considering you're a commuter student, you seem to balance that really well with all your coursework, and everybody seems to present a lot of problems with commuters. So how would you transfer and parlay some of your skills being a commuter student while also involved in student government into this commuter center position?
So today I got the opportunity to go to FDU and to discuss with them like how the rivalry between St. Elizabeth, Drew, and FDU, and how we can work that all into one, like, you know, the rivalry. And so basically I was also thinking of commuters at that point. So I was thinking of like how, because the idea was to have like Mr. Drew or Mr. FDU or Mr. St. Elizabeth, and the idea was like one person takes, and there's one at Mr. Drew, there's one at Mr. FDU, and there was one at Mr. St. Elizabeth. And so basically, out of that, there would be like Mr. Madison. So that would just like, and that would involve the commuters being like, I feel like most people use Instagram, so they can be a part of that event like that. And we also had like, what commuters could also do was, we were thinking of as a committee, like me, Sandra, and Attorney General Polanco. We basically, what we did was we were just discussing like how we can get on-campus kids and the kids who commute to like also participate in the program. So it's all under work in progress.
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions? Yes.
In terms of, you know, with your position, if elected, let's say something doesn't go your way, how are you able to overcome that obstacle and how are you able to move forward?
So if like something like if a conflict occurs, I would like take that person like aside, not like say it out in front and open. I'll be like, hey, can I speak to you for like a couple of minutes? And I'll take that person aside and be like, hey, this bothered me. Can you please like, can we work out something to like fix this issue?
Phenomenal, thank you.
Excellent. Thank you for your answers. Any questions? We'll move to vote by secret ballot. QR code. Senator Azim, this is your time to vote.
Um, so vote is in. Aria Patel won. I state your name.
I, Aria Patel,
Swear to uphold and defend
swear to uphold and defend
the Constitution and the bylaws
the Constitution and bylaws
of the student government of Drew University.
of student government of Drew University.
I promise to carry out the office
I promise to carry out the office
of your position
of commuter senator,
and to represent my constituency to the best of my ability.
to represent my constituency to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Could so move on to Senator at Large. Could the people who are running for this position please join the table? I don't know if there's enough seats.
Why don't you just take their seats?
On the side?
Yeah.
This is for the Senator at Large position. We'll start with Matt Dia.
Okay, hi, my name's Matt. I'm a junior here at Drew. In the interest of time, I'll keep it a little bit shorter. I feel like the questions might be a little bit more valuable. I've never done any student government at the college level. I've come to a couple meetings, but I was never really interested in kind of pursuing it again. I did it in high school, it was fun. The reason I'm here is because I'm involved in a lot of leadership positions in pretty much everything I do. Just because I feel like if you have the capability to like make difference by being in that sort of position, you should. I've been involved in athletics, I'm involved in club life. I feel like I've met a lot of people that have a lot of different perspectives that they've voiced to me. I think communication is really important. I try to be friends with as many people as I can, so I feel that in the context of like an at-large position, I feel like that those relationships I've built up would be valuable in representing a very broad constituency. That alongside just generally efficient leadership as well as time management, I think I could make a reasonable impact here.
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions? Senator Orr.
Is there something from your high school position or high school experience in student government that you said that would work well, that you see in Drew's student government that doesn't work as well or could work better?
Well, bearing in mind my lack of experience working with all of you, I feel that a lot of the issues that I was faced with in high school are very similar to the ones that students have with the administration here. As far as like dining, certain attendance issues, I feel experience in those areas would translate well. But I mean, you know, I would only know if I were to be here and work alongside you guys, so.
Thank you. Senator Rogers.
Yeah, you said that you know, you'd like to be friendly with many people, you like to talk with a lot of people. Can you tell us more about that? Can you tell us more about your leadership positions on campus and events you ran and things you've done here?
Yeah, I mean, so prior to high school, I was a pretty quiet kid and I did a lot of stuff, but I sort of like absentmindedly like participated. And as I kind of like opened up as I got older, I got more involved in leadership in sports and clubs. I played 3 sports in high school. I was a captain of every team pretty much that I've ever been on. I was a Boy Scout. I've done all kinds of like organizational stuff. Outside of Drew, I work in corporate liaison and community outreach management. So it's also my job to be good at talking to people and working with like different kind of organizations. Mine is medical specifically, but it's pretty broadly applicable. I'm the president of club soccer here. I was the captain of the track team the 2 years that I was on it. So just those kind of like positions I feel like would translate well.
Thank you. We have a lot to get through, so let's speed it up. I'll take one more question. Senator Farragut.
So in terms of, you know, navigating the essence of teamwork and, you know, leadership qualities, what is one leadership quality that you possess? And how are you able to integrate it within student government?
Honestly, I feel like integrity would be the main one. I feel like in a leadership position, it's easy to have like your own sort of agenda when you're trying to represent a constituency. If I feel a certain way about something, but my job would be to represent other people, I try to do my best to accurately represent the people that I'm portraying. So just in terms of teamwork, like I want to hear like the real like opinions and ideas of the people that I'm around, so I could represent it like accurately. Like it's one thing to be able to get something done, but to actually be able to do it in a way that benefits the people that want a certain change, I feel like it's a different skill that you need to have.
Phenomenal, thank you.
Thank you. We'll move on to Viola Girgis.
Viola Gergis?
Viola, sorry, what's your last name?
Gergis?
Girgis?
Yes. Okay, just like Senator Patel, I'm also a commuter, but I don't want to focus, I don't want to run for senator at large just because I'm a commuter. I want to run because I want to speak for the people. All of Drew students and also commuter students, recently last semester as a commuter, on my way to school, I popped both my tires, so it was very difficult for me to get to class. And the professors whose class that I missed weren't lenient for that, and they were not willing to let me retake one of my exams, and I felt like that wasn't fair as a commuter because this was a situation that was completely out of my control. So I felt like I should have been heard, because just as someone who is sick, who is out, they were allowed to take an exam, but because I was a commuter.
Would you like to touch on things about Senator at large?
Yes, 100%. Just like you mentioned earlier, in the meeting, there have been lack of food like resources for commuters and for people who have strict diets. I do have a strict diet occasionally, and I find it extremely difficult to find vegan and vegetarian options at the Commons and also at the EC Food Corps. So I would love to work with Senator Azim and make that more accessible.
Thank you. I'll take one question, so make it good. Or no questions. Okay. We'll move on to Zach Chabria, which you spoke before.
Yeah, so the main thing I just want to talk about is like just bringing students together. I feel like there's a pretty big gap across the campus between students who don't participate in sports, students who do, and I think it almost like kind of sets some bad blood between the two, and I think that something that I could help work towards is kind of just bring everybody together, and I think that would make a pretty drastic difference in everybody's day-to-day life, and I think it would improve it immensely.
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions? Yes.
How do you think you'd be better in this position than, because I know you ran for sophomore senator, so how do you think you'd like differ from that position in this one that stands out?
And from that one, it was more like sophomores, and I guess that's harder to get a wide range of people throughout the school, but I feel like, I mean, everybody at the school is either an athlete or not an athlete, rather than a quarter who's your grade or whatever, so I feel like it's a lot easier in this position to make a larger difference as opposed to the sophomore center position.
All right, thank you. Awesome, so we'll vote by secret ballot. York.
I have to move the,
The vote is in. Matt, DM, one. I state your name.
I, Matthew Dean,
Swear to uphold and defend
swear to uphold and defend
the Constitution and the bylaws
the Constitution and the bylaws
of the student government of Drew University.
of the student government of Drew University.
I promise to carry out
Promise to carry out the office of Senator at Large.
Yeah. and to represent my constituency to the best of my ability.
And to represent my constituency to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
To our international senator, Alcan.
Good luck.
Thank you everyone for your participation and makes it more competitive. Fun. So I guess you can begin without your name tag.
Hi, my name is Alejandro Janov. I come from Kazakhstan in the United States. I study in international relations and I'm sophomore here. And I want to be international center to advocate for people like me who have no relatives in the United States whatsoever and who don't have any connections by far as a freshman, as an inter student in here. I was inter student myself and I had many more, and I still have friends from there, my classmates who still don't have any connections in this country. And it's very hard for them to communicate with people who already were born in the United States or had experience in the United States. And I believe that they need to be represented more and just like doing Senator Omar.
Thank you. Since you're the only one, I think it would.
Oh, yeah.
Well, because some people can escape.
Okay.
Can we still ask him questions or?
Does anyone have any questions? Yes.
How confident are you in winning this position?
It's hard to say.
We don't have a Google form for this, so.
Oh, yeah, this is consensus of one person, we'll just do either block vote or roll call.
Motion to
someone asked
vote by block vote,
Does anyone have?
motion to vote by block
Someone
vote.
second? Okay, so yeas? There's no nays or abstentions, so congratulations.
Wait,
Trust them?
yeah, wait, what? Oh, you can sit there, you can sit there. Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Alejandro Janov,
Swear to uphold and defend
sort of hold and defend
the Constitution and the bylaws
the Constitution and the bylaws
of the student government of Drew University.
of the student government of the university.
I promise to carry out the office of
I promise to carry the office of International Senator
and to represent my constituency to the best of my ability. And to represent my constituency
and to represent my constituency
to
of
the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Bring this up now, but I would really like to nominate someone for the temp board.
It's. Chairperson of,
Oh, wait, that's after, yeah, that.
well, it's down, it's lower list, so. We're gonna do chairperson of the Academic Affairs Committee. So Diane Angelis, who's a nominee. And the only person,
Hello, my name is Diane Angelis. I'm the chairperson of the Student Academic Affairs Committee. I am dedicated to helping students here. I haven't had a leadership position yet here on campus, but I can assure you that I will do my absolute best to help students make sure that they all have the resources and that they are able to graduate on time and that they have active communication with professors and faculty here. I'm more than happy to help out literally any person, so I'm very happy to.
short and sweet, does anyone have questions?
What are your ideas for the academic committee?
For the academic committee right now, I would still have to be I would still have to work with professors and the faculty staff to kind of get into the position. But I am fully committed to doing this and to do my best, and I'm still actively learning about leadership positions, so but I will do my best.
Excellent, does anyone have a motion?
Motion to vote by block vote.
Yes?
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Nays? And abstentions. And abstentions.
Alrighty, so. I state your name.
I, Diane Angelis,
Swear to uphold and defend the Constitution.
swear to uphold and defend the Constitution
And the bylaws of student government of Drew University.
and the bylaws of the student government at Drew University.
I promise to carry out the office of
I promise to carry out the office of the Student Academic Affairs Committee
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Chairperson of the Elections Committee, Hannah Spencer. Please join us. There's my.
Hello, my name is Hannah. I have no experience in student government. But I found out about this yesterday, so I apologize. But I know how to count. Okay, I do. I said I was gonna make a joke, okay? Okay, so, I do have a lot of experience working with others. I have worked since I was 14 years old. I'm 22 now, so I have lots of experience working, collaborating with people. I am a manager at a ropes course and I'm really good at problem solving. That's kind of like my strength. So as things come up, I'm able to kind of adapt and create new decisions. I did talk to the former chair of this morning, like on email, just to find out what my duties would be and everything. And so I would still be learning if you wrote me in, but I'm willing to learn.
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions? Okay, anyone have a motion?
Motion to vote by block vote.
Second. Okay,
Wait, we shoot down.
Oh, no, go ahead. Yeas? Yeas? Abstentions? Nice.
I state your name.
I, Hannah Spencer,
Swear to uphold and defend
swear to uphold and defend
the Constitution and the bylaws
the Constitution and the bylaws
of the student government of Drew University.
of the student government of Drew University.
I promise to carry out
I promise to carry out
the office of
I promise to carry out the office of the elections committee, the chair of the election,
the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nominating President Pro Tempore. Does anyone have any nominations? Senator Farragamo?
I nominate Arya Patel.
Okay. Yes.
I nominate Gibbs Peter.
Yes. Anyone else? I see we have the threes. Yep.
I nominate Sandra Faragao.
Awesome. So we will vote by block vote. Not a block vote, sorry, secret ballot. So we share. Yes. I remember one time.
I just do it out here.
Yes, do you want to actually? No, I know most of them. Oh, we'll just move on to voting.
Motion.
Just give me, let me put the, links in the chat.
Wait, I didn't.
I put the link in the chat.
Alright, everyone else that.
I hope so.
Says I need access.
Yeah.
It'll get faster as the year progresses.
Okay, try again.
Point of personal privilege. I have to be somewhere now, I will be the meeting on my time.
Thanks.
I didn't get the link.
Let me email it to you.
For everyone's, so everyone knows, these meetings are until 9:30. And then we can vote for it, so. Thank you.
Did everyone get the link? No?
Is everyone able to vote?
I'm not in the.
Let's get those responses, thank you guys.
Senator Coleman.
Yes.
Vice President Clinton. Are the new senators voting if they're not? They can't vote.
Yeah.
Do the new senators have to involve? This is for action. So it'd be.
Oh, sorry.
Senator Rothman, Diab and Ajimov, we should be getting ready to vote right now.
What the next one? Oh, all right.
Did everyone vote? Great.
Oh, okay. So the vote is in. Senator Spivak won.
We just want to make sure everyone's getting it. Okay. So ratification, we'll move on. Ratification of revised constitution. Sorry. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. So, please swear.
Raise your right hands for repeat after me. I state your name,
I, Gabe Spivak,
swear to uphold and defend
swear to uphold and defend
the Constitution of the bylaws
the Constitution and bylaws
of the student government of Drew University.
of the student government of Drew University.
I promise to carry out the position of
I promise to carry out the position of President Pro Tempore
and to represent my constituency to the best of my ability.
and to represent my constituency to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You senators, the agenda is being shared with you, so you can see our item. So ratification of the revised constitution and bylaws. So you guys can look at it yourself. It's all at the same time.
Oh, no, the Constitution.
Uh,
No, that one has the highlighted ones, so they can see what's
Oh.
moving. Yeah.
so the first one has highlighted ones, so you see the new changes. I'll give you until 9:20 to review this. Does everyone have access to the document? Excellent.
Yes.
Feel comfortable, they saw all the changes. Does anyone have any comments to make, any concerns? Does anyone have a motion?
Motion to vote by block vote.
I second. Okay. Yeas? Keep your hands high.
Wait, this?
Yes.
This, Senator Z.
Yes, I did. I'm sorry. My internet's really bad today. Yay.
Abstentions?
It's for constitutional bylaws. I believe so, yeah. We can double check the constitution because that can change.
It is 2-0.
Okay. Pass. Moving on to the spring 2025 budget presentation. So please open that spreadsheet. And CFO Melissa, would you like to comment on this?
So this is all pre-approved last semester, but we have new senators coming in, so this is just broken down into fall and spring, if you click on the different tabs at the bottom. Was checked by me and I worked in this, and then thank you to Mrs. Brisker for helping out and making sure everything's right. But if there's any questions or how this process is for clubs versus student government, I'm happy to help.
Someone like to make a motion to extend the meeting?
I motion to extend. Second.
By how many minutes?
And
10.
second.
Oh, we have to vote. I'm okay with extend, but yeas. Yes. Okay, so we're not.
Let you know, everything that we don't make by 9:30, we'll go on the next agenda. So.
They'll be tabled.
That'll be perfectly fine, that's fine.
We had a lot to get through today, and we're new, so. Okay, so, everyone have time to review. Motion to approve spring 2025 budget.
Motion to vote by block vote.
I said. Okay, yeas?
Abstentions? One.
Pass. Okay, and then. You can see the Black in Politics Forum resolution, please open that. So this is sponsored by the Executive Cabinet. but co-sponsored by Senator Searswing and Prince. Would you like to read the meeting?
No, my attendance is dead, and I can't see up there, I'm so sorry.
Would you like to table it for next time?
Yeah.
Okay. Motion to table.
Motion to table. Motion to table.
Does someone second?
Second.
Yes. Yes. Abstentions? Okay, we'll move on. So Caribbean Student Society event, co-sponsorship. This is sponsored by the executive cabinet. Does any individual person want to present this or? Yeah.
Resolution of the student government of the College of Liberal Arts University, sorry.
Bless you.
Motion to table this bill has a lot of money involved, so a resolution has a lot of money, so I think it's better to talk about it next time.
Second.
Who motion?
Motion to table the.
Okay, second.
James?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
Nays? Abstentions? Okay. And senator and committee updates. Senator Zine for dining concerns. She's still on.
Hi, yeah, so I don't have anything to report as of right now, other than what I said earlier when the meeting started, that I will be meeting with the gourmet dining reps on Wednesday of next week, because they weren't available and I've been trying to have them come over to one of the meetings, but that's not going to be possible. So I'm going to try and set up a time with VP Merck, Steenbrusten, and President Wright and myself to talk to them about how we can make dining better, because I hear you, it's not very, considering specifically if you're a campus resident, that is one thing they really want to go your way, and has not been doing that, and it's been almost a year that we've been with them as they've been our contractor, so that's something that I really want to work on as time goes on. So that's just it. I just have to meet with them next week and I'll report what happens the following meeting.
Thank you. We'll move on to CFO Mosick. Any updates?
We have our budget interview scheduled for 3/21, 3/24, and 4/4. Club leaders know that they have a meeting on Thursday, and I'll see you guys there.
Attorney General Palaka,
Nothing in.
Chief of Staff John Baptiste,
Nothing to report.
and CCO Otra.
The communications committee meeting will be on Thursday, 6 p.m. I am being up there on Zoom to send it to people, but.
President Pro Tempore. I think I have anything to report, but
No, I don't.
I'm sure he says thank you guys for.
Yeah, I mean, thank you everyone for voting me in. Thank you so much. So.
Announcements and upcoming events, you guys can read it. I think important things are Spirit Week, career fair. Anyone else want to add anything? Yes.
Motion to adjourn the meeting.
Yes, motion to adjourn the meeting. I second. Yes. Yeas. Whoa, we have to vote. Wait. Yeas. You're not voting. Yeas. Yeas. Abstentions.
All the members behind and before the chair. Picture, please, thank you.
I'll wait for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll clean that. It's fine.
It's also, Overseas Evans, he's my roommate.
Yeah, he was a medium.
I'll just bring it up.
Oh, this is. Oh, yeah. And then. Aria. And then the two, okay, so new senators.
Basically.
We're just going to take a picture. So new senators, Carlos, Wakana, and you two also, and y'all take a picture after.
When?
Monday,
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We go 7:30 to 10 boards for retraining, it's on the forum. We're also starting our.
I keep yapping, having everyone's ear all like. I have messed up so many times with my mind. I was like, what?
It's all right.
Like. What gave you the urge, like, what happened then? I feel like. Congratulations on a successful meeting.
Oh, yeah,
It's okay, it's our first time.
Oops, on Zoom.
Huh?
That was long, but it was expected. We ended on time, but I feel like even if we did the two resolutions, we only would have been there for an extra 15 minutes.
You didn't wanna do that.
Yeah, no, I understand.
It's okay.
help with any cleanup or anything?
Bye, y'all.
Calypso is gonna kind of be sad because they wanted to, answer for by Friday, but I'll just let them know. And without my control. Here, yeah, because we do have to go back in the space and clean up, so, yeah.
So you wanna split it, I drive this stuff back to Hearst?
Sure, yeah, and then we'll just clean up over there because it's nothing to bring back to us, everything versus in here, yeah.
The shirts included.
Yes, oh, yeah, I have the box. Even though, yeah, actually, well, yeah, because this is the only box I can use anyway. Think, oh, yeah, so I just put it in here because. Because the other box is way too big, and it's not like there's all the.
No, for real, yeah, let's go, I'll call home. Zaire, have a good night, bro.
You too,
Guys,
man.
thank you. Bye-bye.
Congratulations, Aria.
Yeah, thanks.
Welcome back.
Yeah, literally, welcome back.
When did you decide to come back?
All right, are y'all close? What is it called? We're close up?
We're working together.
Oh, no, we're just gonna like go everything out. Oh, it's clean?
Well, or like, I don't even know what.
All right, we all ready?
Yeah,
We're good.
Do we need to get these chairs in the back in the other room?
Yeah, probably to move them back. Where were they previously?
Right, in Crawford.
Yeah, we should move them back.
Ted?
Ah, you're a girl. You're a girl too. Yeah. Oh, so that's how you do it. Except that you're not a girl. You use the middle.
Here's my shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're good. Is this box staying here? There's nothing really in it. There's only like a few flyers.
I don't think so. Does it say, what does it say on it?
Event/tabling.
No, I think that goes. To back to hers.
Okay.
You want help?
Yeah, could you take a box? I'm gonna drive it over.
Alright.
Oh, it does not fit.
Where you parked that?
This way.
All right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Grab, oh, wait, let me give you my name tag. And the pin box. What do you need from me, Jack?
Nah, it was just paper.
Okay. That was good. I would say that was a good first meeting. No?
Yeah, I'll get some.
Yeah, exactly. It's the first meeting. It's always gonna be a little, yeah. Oh, I don't think I'll figure out how later. I'll go to the office and then I'll figure out whatever. Please reorganize stuff, yeah. Those people.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, and we'll recap this meeting down our first cabinet, so we can find other ways to be a little more efficient. Yeah, I'm ready. This is two. That's. Okay. This is.
Is that it?
I think so.
Right.
Yeah.